Hey, what's up? It's Jackie. Okay, so I want to do a quick review today about this new mascara that I recently discovered. So one of my girlfriends from high school was throwing this sort of online party, and she had this one thing on there that was just really intriguing to me, and it was called 3D Fiber Mascara. And it was $30 for the price tag, and it was a two-part system, and I was like, this is a little pricey, but I'm like, you know what the heck, what do I have to lose? I mean, besides 30 bucks, obviously. But I really wanted to try it out because it just seemed so unique. Now, I remember, Too Faced also had a product out like this that was, I believe it was called Better Than Falsies, and it was, they might even still make it, but it was like a two-part system like this. But let me go ahead and show you what this is, and then I also have a demo of me putting it on that I will cut to. So this is how it comes. It comes in like almost, this thing reminds me of like a little eyeglass case. So it's like quilted on the front, if you guys can hear the kind of texture it is. It's a hard case, and inside it comes with the little two-part system. Now, what this is essentially made up of, you have a gel part and then you have a fiber part. So you first take the gel, which is in essence a black mascara. You go ahead and take this. This is what the brush looks like. You'll put one coat of this on, then then while this is still wet, you want to go ahead and put the fiber coat on. Now, these are made up of natural green tea fibers. These are safe to wear with contacts. I have some of my girlfriends from my Plays Well with Makeup group also ordered this, and they've worn it with contacts with no problems. So all is safe there. It is kind of like a more natural system for your lashes. Now, I am going to go ahead and cut now to my demo of me actually using this, and then I will tell you what I think of it. As you can tell, I've already done my face and one of my eyes. So if you guys can see, this is before and after. Alright, so this is how this works, and I'm going to try to zoom you guys in really close so I can do this for you and you guys can really see what happens. Alright, so the first step to this is the gel. Now this is like a black gel, and it's essentially just like a mascara. It has a pretty traditional wand. It's got that little dip in the middle. So it says to first put on an even coat of this. I like to really wiggle this down at the base, get it on the base of my lashes, and I also like to kind of come down from the top to get the tips of my lashes as well. Alright, now you take step 2. Now immediately you want to do one eye at a time anyway. So step 2 is green tea fibers. So they're on this wand right here. So basically what I do is I start from the bottom and I will brush the fibers up a few times. Now I've got to kind of look in my mirror here too because I can't really see in the viewfinder what I'm doing. So after I brush the fibers on, then you go ahead and come back in with this mascara, the gel part again. And I do it the same way. I go from the bottom, and then I do the tips kind of on their own, because that's where the little fibers are going to be sticking to, is, that's what's going to give you the length. So I always try to pay attention to the tips. I like doing 2 coats of this, so after I do the second gel coat, I come in again with the fiber. And now if you're finding that you're getting like weird ends or like chunks, you can also go back through with just, you know, like a little eyelash brush, like something like that. All right, so you can leave it like that, or what I like to do is actually wait for it to dry a little bit and then top it with another mascara. So I'm going to do my lower lashes real quick with this, and then I'm going to put a coat of mascara on my upper lashes. You know, if I could just one time do my mascara without getting it on my skin, that would be amazing. Focus. Alright, so that is pretty much the look. As you can see, I have a few like just funky little ends, but you know, overall we're not really too bad. Obviously, the more you layer, the more dramatic of a look you're gonna get, and the more susceptible you are to kind of like, you know, funky little ends on the ends. But I just wanted to show you guys how I put this on, and yeah. Alright, so basically, as you can see, this adds a significant amount of not only length, but volume as well. I find that these stay on, you know, I mean, you're not really like, I mean, you are, but you're not, you know, they're not heavy at all. It doesn't feel like I have anything more than mascara on. Obviously, they're way more comfortable than false lashes, but you really do get the effect that you are wearing, you know, false lashes or some sort of thing. Now, you can put mascara on under it or over it, as you saw that I've been doing actually this past week, and I kind of like it a little more like that. But, you know, you can pretty much build this to your heart's content, you know, make it as dramatic or not as you would want. I absolutely love it. I feel that it is 100% worth the price of it. I do feel like it's a really unique product. I know, I am such a dork. But I really do think it is unique, and pun intended, it is by Younique. So I'm going to include a link below where you guys can purchase this. It is something that you have to buy online, and then you get shipped to it. They will ship it to you. They do carry other things as well besides just this 3D mascara, so feel free to peruse around whatever else you want to get. But I highly suggest this. It is not a gimmick. It is really cool. It comes off really easily too. All I have to do is warm water. It wipes right off. So if you guys, you know, this is perfect for anybody that has sparse lashes, anybody that has short lashes, or, you know, even if you have long lashes and just want them to be longer and more dramatic, this is awesome. So I hope you guys have a really awesome day, and I will see you later. Bye!